The kit hasn't come out because I am doing no hocus pocus. We don't need the kit to wish us luck. We've got to make our own luck. What a performance by this man, Jack Hogan, 18-year-old. He's just got us through in the FA Cup, which is a trophy I think we desperately try to win, which might put us in the Europa, which we currently don't sit in. We want to still get in the Champions League. Today with Manchester United as Watford is a risky sim, but it is a risky sim I will take. I just want Carrick with a trophy. If not, questions will be asked because he's got to potentially win the league title. Off them expectations, he's had his transfer window, and this is how our team looks. Dorgu's still in the defence. We've got 170 rated, but the team should be going up and going forward after an absolutely unbelievable display by that man. Hogan was incredible, and now Kobbie Mainoo under the weather. Brilliant, just what we need, so I'm going to send Kobbie home. Bayindir's been approached. That's another thing I need to tell you guys, but I know we could make money, and I should have made money on him, but I'm not going to. As a little mid-season check, or past mid-season, we've got Vitek, who I think will be our backup. Next season, we've got Aiden Heaven, who could potentially take over Licha. Delo, I think I'll sell him when he comes back. Any good youth players? Toby Collier's alright. If Carrick's still in charge, he might play, and Shea Lacey might play. Imagine him and Hogan on either wing. That would be special. But do you know what would be more special? Jumping straight into this episode, head first. We play the league leaders, the Manchester Derby. After a 5-0, still quietly confident, always in games like this, but come on, got our kit. We've got the away travels, and we've got a point to prove. Benjamin Šeško needs support. Dorgu arrives. If we could steal a lead early on, maybe the tide is turning. We beat Arsenal, we beat Tottenham last episode. So we are trying to turn our fortunes. What a run on here. Cunha across. No one marking Benjamin Šeško. Early on into this game, Benjamin Šeško, 12th goal of the season, still keeping Fabio Silva out the first team. Big goal. Safe to say that was not expected. Patrick Dorgu. Oh dear, they're going to equalise straight away, aren't they? Well, Rodri beaten to the ball by Ousmane Diomande, and Šeško looking on this left-hand side for Cunha. If he keeps this in, Matheus Cunha, brilliant skill away from Issa Kabor, who they're still playing against us. Bruno Guimaraes! Oh, Donnarumma's late at getting down. I think it's the goalkeeper's issue. It's not Guimaraes as well, it's Bruno. Our Bruno from the start. Michael Carrick might be saving his job with a big win here against the Citizens. 2 highlights down. And 2 goals to the good. Trying to turn the fortunes of Manchester United. Says Rodri getting tackled. Bruno Guimaraes. Just look at the gaps they're leaving. It is a 3-on-1. Bryan Mbeumo, he has to simply pass this across into Matheus Cunha. 3-0 at the Etihad in front of the Manchester United fans. Now it's harsh on Hogan that I took him out, but Cunha back in. Our starter. I don't know, was Kobbie Mainoo an issue or something? Substitutes have been made. We've got Hogan onto the field. Fabio Silva. Fabio Silva fights for it back. That's good from him. First time using him in game, I believe. Can he have a Rashford moment? It's Hogan! He's gone into the Premier League now. And he's got his first goal of the season. This wonder kid. He's gone up a rating and set up by Bruno Fernandes. It's 4-0 after 4-0. Manchester United are back. That is massive. Look at that month. That month is honestly perfect. Watch us lose to Middlesbrough now. But when you look at the games we've got remaining, Manchester City by far the hardest. We've got Watford away in the Cup next. Leeds in a derby game. Then we've got the 2 Tyneside clubs. I'm still not familiar with my locations in England. I don't get out the house much recording these videos. Just look at the growth. We got Šeško up 1 from that game. Bryan Mbeumo, Diomande, Dorgu. I think Sene Lemons is now 85. And that win was big because I want to be able to simulate the rest of these games. Or as many as these games in the Premier League as Bayindir's gone out on loan. Or sorry, out on a permanent in order to try and go for the FA Cup, as I don't believe it. After all those wins, a 2-2 with Middlesbrough. Michael Carrick's excited, but we have got to keep the run going. But do you want to know some more bad news? Well, Harry Maguire is already injured, and now Lenny Yoro joins that injury list. Granted, it's only 2 days. Still, that's not very good, especially when we've got 2 centre-backs leaving. Yes, I think Maguire goes. We've got Aiden Heaven coming back. Maybe Toby Collier plays in that defence, so I'll swap him out. And we still get the win against Everton, despite Yoro not playing. And this is the big one. I am yet to win a cup in FC26 while simming. This is with our reserve side. But get in there. We'll go through to get a step closer. It's Fabio Silva with the goal to put us through in the FA Cup. And it's a big game against Crystal Palace in Champions League chasing. But what is the next round of the FA Cup? I really want to go far right. It is Preston. I'm feeling confident we can simulate those. Granted a quarter-final, but this is the biggest game we have got in the Premier League today. There's Kobe Mainu back and Leacher in the defence. Gotta teach Palace a lesson, so let's go out there at a rainy Old Trafford, play our game and get our business done. Now Bruno, that's not very nice, straight into Pino, giving the ball away with Benjamin Šeško on a turn. Benjamin Šeško, he waits for the run. Brian Mbeumo was going to go back post, not going to do it now with Bruno playing a quick ball with Mbeumo. That is a very quick start. 5 minutes in against Crystal Palace. Brian Mbeumo, 13th of the season. Middlesbrough was a dip, because we are really good on form. We really need to keep on going to keep our noses in front of all the teams that we are playing here. Diamande, he stepped across. Mateta and won the ball back. Bruno Guimaraes. Or Bruno Fernandes, I'll always get mistaken between those two. Don't regret the signing still, but here goes Guimaraes. Bruno G. He's running the overlap. Was about to shoot, about to pull the trigger. Early tester, but still not tested enough with Bruno Guimaraes running through the middle. Good ball out to Livramento, getting far forward on that wing-back roll. Look at the run of Matheus Cunha here. Almost broke through again. At least we're good at keeping clean sheets now, unlike the start of the season. Bruno Guimaraes into Brian Mbeumo, trying to test Dean Henderson. Just keep grabbing them and we'll be fine, as 8 games left, still chasing Newcastle. One of the last games of the season with a big win against Brighton. Šeško brace and Matheus Cunha as a big rest before Preston. Maybe giving me a chance to potentially go to the first team for the rest of this cup run. Apart from the striker and the goalkeeper. I know Bayindir is actually leaving us, but he has played all the games up to now. And his name's not Onana, so I do kind of trust him a little bit. Especially against the Championship club. Now get us in that semi-final. Another 3-1 win. Matheus Cunha with a brace and Kobe Mainu. Loving it, as I might have to sim Leeds as we're top 4. Above Newcastle with a derby game in the FA Cup semi-finals, which just has to be played. A fraudulent slip up there. A point at Ellen Road still, but that is unacceptable. Still, Wembley awaits us after this trip to Wembley, and a big thing about this game, Bruno Fernandes is injured. Mason Mount, try and make a name for yourself, or actually Fabio Silva. I'll let the game decide who goes in cam. Fabio Silva it's decided upon. Maybe the Portuguese has been studying the other Portuguese player in training, Bruno Fernandes. There's Doku, that is an easy slip. Don't let Doku shoot at Sene Lemons. That would have been great. An early goal as Kobe Mainu dropping back into centre-back, like I tell him to. Bruno Guimaraes into Brian Mbeumo. He steps back into Livramento. Now Šeško can actually flourish out wide a little. Fabio Silva can get into that striking position. And Livramento, look at that run from Benjamin Šeško through the middle. Big gap in the middle where nothing happened. A few shots either side of it. We need to be on the front foot, or else Pep Guardiola will do to us what he did to Arsenal in the Carabao Cup finale. In real life, that was almost a red card. So Livramento, he's going to try and keep up with Jeremy Doku here. Try and read the tackle. Brilliant. Oh, not brilliant. The referee gives a free kick. He's sure about that. Erling Haaland to whip the cross in. Diamande with all them play styles. Wide of the mark, because this game's interesting. Just very interesting. It isn't free-flowing, but there's actually a bit happening now. Fabio Silva into Matheus Cunha. Šeško. Šeško tries to get his shot off at Ruben Diaz. Maybe the weather having an impact. We go into extra time. This ain't the Carabao. An extra 15 minutes goes either way at Wembley. As I'm praying we don't lose in it. That's a good block by Diamande. Erling Haaland onto Bernardo. Silva. I've gambled on a trophy. And if Carrick doesn't go and win this, I think we could sack him. Oh, dearie me. Manchester City, we beat them 4-0. Now we're losing in extra time. Now we're going to have to make changes to try and get back into this game. Hogan hopefully does the job for us. I think with Bruno, we do cope better. He was really good in the previous 4-0 smashing, and Hogan was, so hopefully the youngster does provide a little bit of quality. He's good despite what his rating says. Fabio Silva, Šeško turns away! Good save by Donnarumma. Final few minutes now approaching us. Bernardo Silva, hang on. Erling Haaland was holding us off, and it's 2-0. It was off the field obstruction or off the ball obstruction. No! I've gambled off everything winning this cup. And as the light shone through the window, I fancied our chances against Chelsea. But we are out now, chasing Newcastle, who, to be fair, were yet to play, so still can beat, but Aston Villa are a tricky subject. Well-oiled team, as a 1-0, Mateus Cunha, thank you, against the former rivals in Southampton, bottom of this league. You know what? I'm not even speechless at all, but kind of am. Manning and Flynn Downs before that. Disgraceful. A 1-0 loss to Bournemouth at the Vitality. A centre-back change they made as well, as that's knocked us down to 6th position. We're not just chasing Newcastle now. I think Champions League's kind of gone. We need to beat Sunderland in this simulation, then beat Newcastle in the Blade game if we actually are to get into the Champions League. I'm hoping so. However, if Newcastle win, there's no point in us really playing them in that final game. I'm almost pulling my hair out. The team look upset. We do get the win. Brian Mbeumo with a brace and Mateus Cunha. But it's not Newcastle we're chasing anymore. Crystal Palace hosts Saints. I think it's basically just done. I'd love to get in the Europa League, but I don't care. I kind of feel like I don't want to play this game. I feel like Europa League or Conference doesn't matter. What matters is about us getting better next season. Brian Mbeumo top scorer, Cunha in 2nd, Šeško in 3rd despite the +4. That's kind of disappointing to me. Bruno 7 and 7, 5 and 7 for Kobbie Mainoo. Josh Zirkzee we probably bring back. What is going on here? The highest rated is Brian Mbeumo, then Bruno's on his way down. We obviously know what's happening in the Cups, as Paris, who we did very well against ourselves, reached the Champions League finale, showing we're still almost there, maybe with a few signings. Wolfsburg beat Juventus, a team almost in the Bundesliga too, and Chelsea against Pana. In the Conference League, as Carabao went to Manchester City, who probably will win the FA Cup. Oh, sorry, scratch that, have won the Emirates FA Cup. Rivals are winning everything, dominating the stats. Nobody I see from Manchester United, apart from Sene Lemons. On clean sheets, as I'll simulate this with Hogan in the team. A 2-1 win. Unless Southampton have actually done us a massive, massive favour, we won't be in the Champions League, as Cantona, if he presents a Manchester City player with the player of the season, gonna be fuming. Well, it's just as bad. Cody Gakpo wins it. I think Man United fans and Liverpool fans, to be fair, won't really be happy with that. He's only 84 rated, and Liverpool didn't even win the league. It was City as we finish in a Europa League spot, meaning surely next season Morgan does get Europa League game time, we win the Europa League, and to be fair, we put up a title fight.